Again, now let's come back to West Asian, these Gulf states. UAE president has said that he's prepared to confront these threats as Iran attacks continue. Again, how do you think that there will be some kind of retaliation from the Gulf states for protection, rather, or to defend themselves?
Well, they've said it a number of times. They have not done so. I believe that one of them, I think it was Qatar, I'm not completely certain, actually shot down a number of Iranian aircrafts. I know that both the US and Israel have offered some kind of support, even actually Ukraine. Ukraine is now the world expert on drones, and they offer already support. So everybody realized that those states are the weaker part of the chain, and they get some kind of assistance. But we'll see how it will go. The interesting fact is that Saudi Arabia refrained, even though they shot down a number of drones, but they refrained to attack, even though they threatened in the last few days that they cannot tolerate that, and if Iran would not stop, they would move into the offensive. But they have not done so.
Also, let's talk about Israel now. Israel in Lebanon, they've asked people to evacuate, and they will begin their attacks, and that are ongoing even when there was a ceasefire. How would you assess this move, and is there an attempt of occupation that we see in South Lebanon that they had to withdraw due to the negotiations before?
Israel has taken advanced points within the Lebanese territory, but very near the Israeli borders, a few kilometers inside to protect. Hezbollah has some anti-tank weaponry with range of quite long, something like 6 to 8 kilometers, which is considered to be long. And they already were able to injure the Israeli soldiers, and they're aiming at settlements. Israel continued to work in Beirut, at Dahia. The last news was that they killed a number of Iranians in their room in a hotel in Beirut. I believe that Israel at this point would hesitate to move in a major offensive into Lebanese territory at this point. And I understand there is an American and French pressure on Israel not to do so, to give the Lebanese government one more or a few more days of chance to deal with Hezbollah on its own. So I think that Israel is not about to move on the ground anytime soon in the next few days.
And talking about ground situation, Trump did a U-turn on the movement of Iraqi Kurdish to start an uprising. He was for that move just a few days ago, and he's gone back on that terms. He does not want the Iraqi Kurds to get inside Iran and cause an uprising. Do you think there is a change of stance from Trump's side on a regime change?
It's not clear to me. I think that there is a little resistance on the Kurds themselves to start initiative before they feel secure that the Iranians in their area have been repressed enough to allow. It's a relatively small force. Everybody also recognizes that there is no point to push towards splitting Iran, towards dividing Iran. At best, they're thinking about having something like what's in Iraq, an autonomous region, a Kurdish autonomous region, but not anything like autonomous, not like a state, independent state. And I think this is a very sensitive issue because most of the Iranians, including the oppositions, are against splitting Iran. And I think that by now, both Israel and the United States are quite cautious not to give a sense that they're trying to divide Iran. Actually, Benjamin Netanyahu, when he gave a speech today, he just said it openly. So it's a very delicate issue with the Kurds. And I think the Kurds are not yet ready. And that's perhaps the explanation of what looks like a reversal on the side of the American president.
Also, German chancellor has warned about this new migration crisis that can occur because of this conflict. How do you assess the crisis going forward?
There is already migration of people who have the money, who have resources to move. People are moving to Armenia, to Azerbaijan, to Turkey, those people who have the money. It's not yet huge. It's not yet the people who are running away from the country in big masses. But there is definitely concern in Europe, in Turkey towards Europe, about major migration, and that's the reason why countries such as Turkey, such as even Greece, are quite concerned about trying to contain the war, not to make it any crisis, humanitarian crisis, and having to deal with huge masses of migration outside the country. So it is a concern.
Absolutely, and of course, this also shows how much of a, how many places can this war impact. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Cohen, for joining us on the broadcast and giving your opinions.
Thank you.